I work so hard out there. I can't. No, I'm kidding.
Well, Taylor Johnson, welcome to Bellator, man. Congrats on the win. Quite the first impression. How are you feeling after that one?
Oh, I feel great, man. Ed's just such a nice guy. I don't like, potentially injuring your opponent like that, but great dude, great opportunity, and I'm just super excited, man. All glory to God.
Yeah, and when you started working for that, how confident were you that you were going to be able to pull that off?
As soon as I realized he wasn't, super savvy in that position, I knew I was going to get the sub.
And talk to me about what the last year plus has been for you. You went through LFA and you were undefeated, head full of steam into the Contender Series. You suffer a loss. How did that make this win even a little bit better for you?
Yeah, it definitely did. The Contender Series loss was just me getting a little too excited, wanting to get that contract coming out, and just, I like my parents say, that my dad says, I went at him like I was killing snakes. I was just getting after it. This fight I wanted to come out a little more reserve, and pulling out the W in the first round, first couple minutes was a huge opportunity. Huge opportunity.
And coming in and winning is one thing, but beating a guy like Ed Ruth in the fashion you did is another. Do you feel like you've inserted yourself right at the top of this division, in an instant?
Absolutely. I don't have a lot of fights. I've had dozens and dozens of guys and all across the West Coast that weren't interested in fighting me. So I've had a lot of fights fall through, and to have that opportunity against Ed, I have the ability to beat anybody. I just got to go out and do it.
Who makes sense for you for your next fight? Is there someone in particular that you're thinking about?
Honestly, I haven't even thought about it. Whoever the boss wants me to fight, like I said, I'll fight anybody. I'll knock you out or tap you. That's the goal. So whoever they want to put in front of me, I'm down to get it.
Historically speaking, Ed has made his name at welterweight, and here he comes up to middleweight to face you. Did you feel like you had a big size or strength advantage in there tonight?
I definitely know I had a little size and strength on him. He came out and shot to the hips, and I thought he was going to maybe just try to stand and strike, because I'm not a three-time, was he a Penn State national champ, but I was a national champ NAI. I was recruited Division I. I've wrestled a lot. I've wrestled very large men. I wrestled the 197s in college, so I figured I'd have the upper hand as far as grappling, just because, maybe he'd get after me at first, but he's going to get exhausted trying to hold a guy my size down and trying to out-wrestle me. So I thought it would be stand-up, but right away he went to the hips and, got down in the sub game and got hurt.
Congratulations on the win, Taylor.
Thanks,
I gotta say, for a guy who has 5 knockouts on his record, how do you feel that you got your first submission win?
It feels great, but there's something about just putting the 4x4s up against somebody's head that I really enjoy doing. But leg locks is also something I'm very passionate about. I've noticed they're always there when someone tries to grapple me or take me down. So as soon as they get to the hips, I'll even give my back a little bit so I can roll to a leg lock. But getting the first sub is great, especially a heel hook. I know my coaches back in San Diego and my jiu-jitsu coaches at ATT Portland are super stoked about that.
Actually, that was my second question. You mentioned Dean Lister, and did you say John Danaher as well?
No, Dean Lister and Jocko Willink. Yeah, and Jeff Glover was one of my coaches back in San Diego. Craig Baker's another black belt that I work under over there. But at Victory, when they were, before COVID, I trained there for about 3-4 years and got a lot of good jiu-jitsu over there. And that's what kind of built the jiu-jitsu fighter that I am today.
So yeah, Dean Lister, one of the best when it comes to leg locks.
Yeah.
So tell us, is this something you're going to input into your game in the future
Always.
going forward?
Yeah. So watch out for your legs.
All right, we'll take a couple from the internet here. Harry?
Hey, Taylor, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
So you closed tonight as a 3-1 underdog. I was just wondering if that's something you're aware of going into a fight, or if going into a fight as a big betting underdog maybe impacts how you look at an opponent or anything like that.
I think it's funny. I mean, I knew I was an underdog going in because on paper Ed's accomplished a lot more than me as a fighter, but I'm one of those fighters that it doesn't matter who you place in front of me. They could be the best ever. I still have the chance, or the opportunity to, submit them or knock them out. Even if I'm exhausted, even if I'm getting beat up, you still are in danger always. So.
Got it. And so you were saying to Big John after the fight that if somebody gives you their leg in the gym, you're gonna rip it off. So is that heel hook something that you've really, really trained?
Yeah, absolutely. I come from heel hookers. That's my whole heel hookers. I come from heel hookers over in San Diego, and some of the guys at American Top Team Portland that I've been training at now because of the current world state, I kind of went back home, and they like heel hooks. Fabiano Scherner is one of my main coaches over there, and he's got a lot of up and coming jiu-jitsu fighters that love the heel hook game. So we play around with it quite a bit. I'm nice to guys at the gym, though.
Giancarlo.
Don't break your toys.
Hi, Taylor. Congrats on the win. Just like you weren't in there too long tonight, so how soon would you like to get back in the cage? Like, would you like to be on that Bellator Paris card?
You know, whatever they have for me, I'm down to get it. I love fighting. Right now, I got married a little while ago, and my wife is, kind of getting sick of me being gone all the time because I train, 2.5 hours away from home. So I'm gone during the week, come home on the weekends, and I'm gone here for a week and all over. But, if the boss calls, I'm ready to scrap. So whenever.
And also, like, looking at the landscape in the middleweight division right now, is there a fight that really appeals to you right now, looking at some of the names in that division?
Honestly, I try to be smart with my career, and I don't really look past Ed. All I had was Ed in sights, and he was the goal. He was the next big step, and I haven't really looked out, checked too deep into the roster, but I'm sure I'll find someone in the next week that looks like an interesting opponent. So I just want to fight tough guys, really.
Hey, Taylor, Kevin here. Congrats on a shocking victory, none to say the less. Shocking in the sense it ended quickly. During that sequence, within the 59 seconds, do you think Ed was being a tad bit over-aggressive, or did you just catch him perfectly at the right time?
He came out aggressive, which I would expect him to, but honestly, if you get in danger with leg locks, like first couple minutes in, you're dry. You're not getting away, so you should really, especially, I guess he doesn't know that that's one of my, attacks, but if you get caught up in that position, your ultimate goal shouldn't be trying to hit me. You should be trying to get the heck out of there. And I think Ed just kind of stayed in there and kept throwing, thinking he might be able to escape or get in a good position, but it didn't fare well.
Also, did you make any key differences between that contender fight and coming into this fight? Was there any key changes?
Composure. Being relaxed and staying composed and realizing I have 15 minutes to knock someone out. I don't need to do it in, a minute and a half.
Connor.
Hey, Taylor, congrats on the win.
Oh, thank you.
After being originally slated for that August 7th card, then, obviously getting the win tonight over a guy like Ed and on the main card too. Could you imagine, a much better scenario than this?
Not really, man. It's a great opportunity. It was funny how it played out, but this is a huge opportunity, man. I'm still just kind of baffled by it all, but I'm just very grateful to be here.
Thank you, Taylor.
We'll go to Sean.
Taylor, congratulations on the big win, big debut for you. Talk about, going to this fight, what was going through your head. Did you feel like you may be fighting off your back? And was this something you were working towards getting? Like kind of like a go-to submission, an audible, if you will, with this heel hook.
A heel hook is what I go to when someone gets to my hips and has maybe an advantageous position as far as wrestling goes. I always, in wrestling, I would do some kind of fancy roll, Granby rolls, any kind of roll to create a scramble, and I kind of transitioned that into jiu-jitsu or into MMA now, and so seeing that Ed got to the hips and started attacking, I was like, I'm just gonna let him, finish the takedown. I'm gonna roll and start wrapping up the legs because I know I'm a little bit larger man. I got bigger legs, and it seemed to work out.
All right, last question, Richard.
What's up, Richard?
Hey, yes, congratulations on the victory. Hey, it happened so fast, so not much to analyze here.
Yeah.
But at any moment in the fight, the fact that you wanted to scramble and get back up to your feet, did that run through your mind at all?
Nah. If he started clubbing me and I didn't have the legs locked up, yeah, definitely. If I'm in a bad spot and I'm getting lit up from the bottom, I'm definitely gonna try to scramble out. But I feel comfortable down there. You start standing over the top of me, I'm gonna try to twist your leg off. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, thanks. Congratulations again.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Taylor. Congrats.
Thank you, guys.